I'm Kate Royston, SevernNet Director.
I'm Jenny Ford, consultant with SevernNet. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the SevernNet Business Explorer and our plans for that. I think it really marks sort of turning point for SevernNet and an opportunity to connect everything that's been going on over this kind of 15 plus years. There's a lot of powerful kind of work, connections, knowledge, trust that has really kind of built to this point. But there are significant challenges that remain. And I think one of those is how we make all this visible, how we make it more accessible to the people that need it, and create kind of like those further opportunities as all these kind of new exciting things kind of come forward. So I wanted to talk a little bit here about the Business Explorer platform, which we've been kind of looking at as a hub and spoke model. So kind of connecting regional systems, what's happening here at SevernNet, the stakeholders in the area, how kind of infrastructure across the area is aligned, and yeah, sort of like a converging point for all this different work. So we have a much greater understanding of the system, and those around us, those stakeholders and communities have a much greater understanding, and that we make all these kind of like different parts, what's hidden behind the industrial estates, much more visible. So you came across the platform first and sort of shared it with me. Can you tell me a little bit about what you found like kind of most exciting about it when you first saw it?
I thought it provided an opportunity to really enhance the sense of place across the area, to help more people really understand what's here, and particularly from a skills perspective, to enable people to understand the wide variety of skills and the opportunities to advance within organisations, because this is so poorly understood.
Yeah, I agree. And like you say, it's not just jobs, it's kind of like the pathways, the stories, and just the general opportunities. How do you think this could really kind of change things, I guess, both for the members and for people across the communities here?
So I think the most exciting thing about it is the opportunity to really bring the place alive, bring Portbriave, Mouth Sevenside alive. We've done such a lot of work in getting the concept of Portbriave, Mouth Sevenside into everyday language, but it's still a very neglected part of the west of England, despite the significant economic value it generates. And so we have to find ways of helping people more easily understand just what this area is about, yeah, and the opportunities that exist within it.
Yeah. And that is something that we can't really do alone as SevernNet. So this is really an opportunity to, really broaden our engagement with members and others in the area. I guess one thing when you go to our website, you've kind of sought over the years to build quite a strong directory of businesses that exist here alongside that sort of membership list, the kind of core members. So how do you feel this platform kind of can bring, I guess, that directory and membership list alive?
I think it's really helpful to be able to be linking a directory to mapping, so people are able to see where things are, but also to be able to see very quickly, to get a much quicker insight into what a business is about, what it's really doing, and then starting to get a better feel for the wide spectrum of business activity and industrial activity across this area.
Yeah. So I think, what we're looking for, so we're running a pilot now for kind of like the next 6 to 12 months. And we've got some really interesting businesses already on board who have a mixture of kind of stories about their businesses and work that they've done on uncovering like the day-to-day roles of their team. And just those kind of like little insights. But I think what we want now is to open that up really to kind of different businesses across the area, community organisations.
Yep.
We've talked about sort of some of the educational hubs and training providers. And this is this is really kind of like what it exists for, is to reveal that sort of like breadth of organisation in the area. So one of the things that stood out to me, and I think probably goes for you too, was the fact that it was video first, that it really kind of like seemed to tap into, and I mean it'd been designed this way to tap into how young people sort of navigate information these days. So yeah, is there anything kind of like that you felt again really stood out in terms of reaching younger people?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's just incredibly important that we do engage much more strongly with younger people, and they're the future for the area. We, you know, have many young people in the area, in the schools and the colleges, and even if they're living in the area, they may have a very, very little understanding of what's available. It's about building ambition and aspiration in younger people to be a part of the exciting future for this area, and to also be inspiring others around them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that visual storytelling is what really sets us apart from a lot that we've, you know, traditionally seen in the area. And I would say one thing when we started looking at this piece of work was you know, how jobs are sort of shared currently. So you either have to kind of go into a website, find the vacancies, or through kind of like quite flat 2D job platforms. So again, this idea of really kind of bringing together a lot of the exciting projects and insights that SevernNet has kind of worked to, the membership and just like the community that you've been developing over all this time, and the ability for businesses to kind of lead themselves on this. I think, yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes.